Riding through this world, down now.
He's back. I'm back. It's Gavin back. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. It's the Sons of Anarchy review. Season 1, Episode 5 is giving back. And this time, I'm not riding solo. Gaming Jesus is back from Scotland after missing last week's Morrow Monday and Teller Tuesday. It was a shame. It was sad not having them there. But you know what? Just like Chibs kind of disappeared in season 1 for a bit. You know, he was up north trying to negotiate with
McGeevy.
Aye, so what was your excuse? Chibs was actually doing something.
I was getting some oil barrels for Dunglow.
Were you? Were you in Dunglow?
I was in Dunglow.
He was in.
I was actually in Stranraer.
He was in Dunglow trying to
organise a peace treaty.
Organise our future, the future of Fog Entertainment.
Sign on the dotted line, guys.
Right, so anyway, right.
But we're here. We have to give you the free facts that we give you every episode, and we're going to kick off with fact number 1.
Wait to make it feel shit. We're going to give you the same free things we always do.
What's wrong with free facts every episode? It's fucking unreal, right? People don't know this. It's the debut of Chucky Marstein. We wank a lot. What a guy. Chucky Marstein. Chucky. Michael Marstein, man. Michael. Would you bet your top rocker on his name being Michael?
No, I thought it was Chucky.
Really? Chucky, man. Fact number 2. Kyle becomes the first club member to have ink removed. Fact number 3 is the debut of Henry Lynn.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Triads.
We're not going to address fact number 2?
Nah, I'm just reading out the facts.
Okay.
Is that a problem with that?
No, you go for it.
Debut Henry Lynn and the Triads, but back to fact number 2, because that's mightily important. He is the first of 2 members on screen throughout the entire show to get the ink removed. Albeit, though, one is voluntary, this one is just, it's getting done, son. You're getting chained up, you're getting inked out. Of course, in season 4, there is the guy who's like the pet shop. He's got the tattoos inked out, but we don't actually see them get inked out.
It's not an on-screen ink out.
Aye, it's not an on-screen ink out. But we did get the on-screen debut of Henry Lynn and the Triads. It is their first episode in episode 5 here of season 1. And
I don't feel like they play a big part in the series, but I mean in season 7 they kind of do. But like overall, I feel like out of all the factions, they're probably Russia, the Russians.
What, the weakest?
Aye, but I would say I just don't think they get that much screen time. I feel like the club definitely deal with the Mayans and the Niners more.
Definitely, but that's what I like about Sons. Like, they're all involved, though. Like, you actually feel like it's an open world.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You know, I feel like in other shows they don't really do a good job of that. But, I mean, back to the Russians, right? I feel like the Russians were a big threat. I think they just get completely wiped out by overpowered alliances. But anyway, Henry Lynn's debuting, bitches. What is up with you?
What do you mean?
You're fucking depressed.
Now let's move in to the review. It's Gavin back, and the Sons kind of give back in this episode, but not in the traditional way of giving back. Normally when you give back, you're kind of like giving somebody
back to
something.
The community.
You're helping out, but
they give back a charred corpse.
Yeah, there was a different version of giving back in this episode. But yeah, we kick off with
Chucky. We kick off with the introduction
Chucky
of 2.
Well,
actually, we'll go with 3 new characters. 2 characters in 1 faction. So we kick off with Chucky Marstein. Chucky, he's getting battered here by a bunch of triads, so it's the introduction of the triads into the show, but he's saved by big Otto Delaney, brother. Otto Delaney and a couple of our white guys. Chuck then, I don't know who these guys are. You hear someone almost in a Scottish accent. What did this person say? He's like, help Chucky, or something. It's almost like...
Get help for Chucky!
Yeah, so, but I mean, Otto delivers a right hook. He kills him.
Now, I know Asians are like small and a bit less physical and stuff like this, but holy crap, man, this right hook almost sent the guy back to Japan.
Like, the guy's holding him, and he fucking just carries him out like he's dead.
Wait, Lynn's not Japanese, Chinese, isn't he?
Yeah.
No, that's alright then. Well, Japan's close to China, fuck it.
The triads are Chinese, like the Japanese, or I don't know what you call them, like...
The Yakuza?
Yamamoto? I don't know, man, I don't know, but anyway, right. Fun fact, these 2 are what, besties in jail. Don't know why you'd be besties with a guy that just masturbates all day long, but Otto to his own. This is the only time you actually see these 2 on screen.
Well, no wonder. I mean,
is that not insane?
Otto's just saved him from getting his ass kicked, and the first thing Chucky does is says, you're a good friend, Oro. Then starts masturbating away, putting his hands in his pants. And I was like, yeah, I'm not that good of a friend. So, yeah, interesting start here. We get introduced to Chucky, a.k.a. the Masturbation Man. And it's just another comedy character. One of many in the Sons of Anarchy universe.
Yeah, but are you not surprised this is their only scene together?
Well, not really, because
Otto's never out of jail.
yeah, and why would Chucky go back? Yeah, so I mean,
no, I do get that element, but it's almost like it's like, whoa, fuck, it's weird. And I don't know, it is kind of weird, but when you think about it, it's not.
I mean, I guess maybe Chucky would go and visit Otto, maybe as a friend, but at the same time, it's like, why would that be shown? You know what I mean? There's no real reason for that to be shown. The only time you'd really show Otto in prison is when it's like club business. And why would Chucky ever go with a club? So it just doesn't really make sense for Chucky to ever see Otto again.
Exactly, but then
who say he doesn't see him off screen? No, it's very possible.
That's very is possible.
Like, I think the timeline of Sons of Anarchy, I think it's very plausible that Chucky has went to see Otto.
I know, like, Otto can think he's getting met by the president, instead he gets met by fucking Chucky with his eBay hands. What's going on, man? But we're back in Charming. We've got Gemma organising our annual fundraisers that I don't think they did after this season, but we'll move on. You know what I mean? But aye. Then she is approached by Kyle Hobart. Turns out this is the ex-wife of Kyle Hobart. And then we go into grave detail this episode, basically how Opie got arrested. I like the fact this is explained pretty simply without actually making it seem dumbed down. We get it in stages through different characters' views, don't we?
Yep.
I liked it very much, but she asked Gemma if he can come along. Gemma's like, well, I don't know if that's going to work, brother. And then as Clay's like working on a bike, Gemma asks him, and he's like, it ain't going to happen. And then he thinks about it because of his charitable needs, and he's like, I'll put up for a fool, brother.
But it ain't going to pass.
It ain't going to pass. And as this is going on, Jax is reading a book to Abel. Abel, who's, stone deaf, dead, but 1 week old. How's he hearing this? What's Jax doing?
Well, considering he's premature, like, does that not mean he's like minus 11 weeks?
Yeah, how's that work, actually? If you actually, I know it's completely different.
If you're born prematurely, say you're born prematurely by 2 weeks, after you've been out for a week, does that not still mean you're like minus 1 week? Or am I looking at it wrong?
Yeah. Like, no, but say in some cases they're born like 10 weeks early. Like, he's like 10 weeks early, 6 weeks, maybe 10, I don't know, 10 weeks early. Does that not mean after he's born 10 weeks later, that's when it's like his official first day sort of deal is? I don't know, man. Who gives a shit? But he's reading the book.
I wonder what is the earliest you can be born? Like, how early can you be born? Where you like actually have developed limbs and stuff like that?
Abortion. Anyway, Josh Cohn, he's thinking now. God damn, he's thinking about abortions here because he got jobbed clean out, did he? Or did he? If he was in a certain state, man, he could have got away with it here, but he's just watching Jax and it's weird. Jax obviously goes out, what are you doing, brother? And Cohen's like, take a seat. He should be the one taking a seat, but he says, that's a beautiful boy. Then he walks away. What was Cohen's gimmick here? Was it just...
Nobody fucking understood what you just said there. Rambled on a bunch of shite for about 40 seconds about Cohen. Oh, he's in the wrong state. Abortion, brother. Take a seat. Chris Hansen. I mean, fucking hell. Right, basically, Cohen comes in, he's looking over Jax and Abel. Jax is like, what's this weird fucker doing? Looking through the blinds while I'm reading a book to my son. Goes out, confronts him. Cohen says, that's a lovely boy you've got. Cohen walks off, and Jax is left looking bemused, like, what was that all about? Why is this creepy guy staring at my son? I don't even know him. Like, yeah,
you murdered me. So I think my explanation was a bit more banter to it. You're straight to the point, shite.
No, nobody...
Normally I'm straight to the point.
Yeah, no, because I listen, nobody knew what you were saying.
Chris Hansen. That's what I'm saying. Alright? That's exactly what I'm saying. If you've got a problem with it, message me at the real Game of Jesus, brother. But anyway, Cone. I was like Cajun Cone. Cajun Cone. He's waiting at St. Thomas. Of course, in the previous episodes, we had Tara like mentioning the hell about what about restraining orders. So I will fuck your restraining order because he basically says to Tara he's here on ATF business and that the restraining order doesn't mean shit because he's here on federal business or something overweight.
He says federal business overseas a restraining order, which I mean, I guess is kind of fair enough. I mean, like, if you're in a room with someone and like they're about to die, and there's like this amazing doctor outside the room, but the person in the room with you's got a restraining order against the doctor. I mean, shouldn't that restraining order be null and void so the doctor can come in and save your life?
I do get your point, but here it's more like, yeah, he's got a restraining order, but does that not mean, yeah, he can be allowed in the state, but the restraining order should surely just be getting this close to her. It shouldn't be like a state thing. He shouldn't even have to fucking say to her here.
Alright, if some kid gets a restraining order against Joe Biden, and rightfully so, but then they open up like a funland inside the White House, and they want the president to be the one to like cut the ribbon and officially open it, but that kid's attending, does that mean Joe Biden can't go?
Weird analogy, but I probably...
Go, Joe, go.
He wouldn't cut it, he'd just sniff the ribbon.
Snort it in. Nah, maybe something else he would sniff. But anyway, yep, let's move on.
Let's move on. He's here on ATF business. Good night. And what I like about this, we're straight back at the clubhouse. And seeing Sons, you don't notice you get like important scenes, photos every episode. I feel like in Mines, it's like one every blue moon. Like,
yeah,
they're rarely sitting down, and Sons are always discussing
some
shit.
of my favourite scenes are probably when they're in church.
Yeah.
Putting votes out and talking about their business and stuff like that. You never really get that in the Mines.
Yeah, like Clay basically explains here about the whole Chucky situation.
I mean, I guess in Mines, like, you could maybe say the first couple of seasons, Easy wasn't, like, there. He wasn't open to it, like, so. But even then, season 3 and 4, you don't get that much sit-downs.
4, you got quite a lot. I think in 3 you didn't. Don't know if it was due to COVID or what. But here, we get Clay explaining the whole triad Chucky business. He says about the whole 25% thing. I think this is a key thing. The club are getting 25%. Chucky's getting 25%. Luann's getting 25%.
Chucky's getting 50%.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
No, you said Chucky's getting 25%.
I was going to go another 25% because that would leave 25% on the table.
No, you fucked up, mate, right? You didn't...
Right, but my point is, right...
No,
the club need money for McGeevy because you haven't... Did you even mention that in the previous episodes? I was missing.
Of course I did.
I was in Dunglow. Right, anyway, right... If the club need that money, surely they should have been like, right, Chucky, I know you're the top man, you've had this money, but we're keeping you safe. We need...
You're getting 1%.
Yeah, like, why... Like, realistically, they're in the power to do that. Even, like, I guess why... They get money for Luann.
But I guess that's just the way it is, you know what I mean? It's Chucky's deal, he's cutting the club in, it's 50-50.
Well, it's kind of 25-75, because all it was his wee best pal. And Luann's getting the money for what?
It's not, it's fucking 50-25-25.
I know it is.
Right then, so it's not 75-25?
Yeah, but I'm talking about Luann's getting it. It's not going to the club. It means he ordered the club, Luann getting it.
Yeah, well, I mean... So you think it should just go to the club? Maybe Otto doesn't care about the club. Maybe if the club was getting 50%...
Yeah, no, but I think if the club said, yeah, all right, we need this money kinda now, but... Anyway, it doesn't really matter, man. They're getting 100,000 here. Can they really complain?
Are they really? I thought you said they 200.
They're getting 100,000? Yeah, but they're 200,000 in debt. The IRA, brother. But yes, then as we're leaving the table, it's all hunky-dory, man. Everyone's like, aye, 300k, man. Living the dream. Clay's like, oh, there's one more foot, brother. Kyle Hobart, he wants to come to town to visit his kid's band. And the two biggest no-sayers to this is Piney and Tig. Tig basically says, that is done, brother.
That's done. No, brother.
Tig's like basically took this like someone tried to fucking, we'll say like rape his kid or something. He'd probably enjoy that, the sick bastard, but I don't know, man. Opie then gets like basically the final say. He's like,
let him come. Do me good to see his wife. And I mean, it's kind of weird. Opie kind of wants to see him come because I guess Opie's life is shit and he just wants to see Kyle's life be shitter. But it turns out Kyle's actually run the book with like a fucking 19-year-old and Opie's stuck with a depressing Donna and two kids that he doesn't even like at home, so eating frozen fucking dinners, I mean...
Frozen dinners and beers that are piss warm. Fucking Opie's living the dream. I mean, but yeah, Piney's almost losing respect for his son as the episodes go in. Isn't he? I can kind of see where Piney and Tig are coming from here. Can you not?
I don't remember Piney losing respect from here.
It was the look of disgust on his face. Come on. Let's not pretend, man. I saw that look. It was a look of disgust at Opie, or a look of disgust because he pissed himself. The money is up on the table, but Clay basically warns Opie that revenge better not be the motive, brother, here. And then the club are like, right, we gotta get to this fundraiser because. What?
Do you think this review makes any sense up to this point?
Fucking makes shit ton of sense.
It's fucking all over the place. A bunch of references that nobody gets.
What did I say, brother? Because I said brother at the end of it. But right, they're talking about the whole play thing, man. The charming community theatre, brother. Whatever they're saying.
The fundraiser, for fuck's sake.
That's why. What if you bought it in? Would get there.
Maybe if you let me carry the review for a bit, it would actually make sense.
I think this is probably one of my favourite lines for the episode. Clay says he has to be there because or else he'd rather have his balls cut off, and it's like, God damn, it's a reference to Funtown.
Like too soon.
Yeah, but see when he says this, like Bobby and Jax, like I mean, you can maybe understand Jax here, but Bobby has like a reaction of fucking someone shot the scrambled eggs, you know? Like, come on, Bobby. You're Bobby Elvis, mate. The clown was a rapist that raped a kid. Should he really have a look of disgust? It's just going to be a great bit of banter here by Clay.
Oh, well, it was good banter.
Yeah, it was, but he didn't look at it, did he?
Guess not.
I don't think he did. But then the club pick up Chucky. Funny scene here when he leaves the prison. There's a Chinese guy doing some
laundry.
Then he tries to get back inside, but
he's panicking, man. He's running at the door. I mean, he must be the only guy trying to get back into prison. But then it turns out the guy's just bringing clothes in, so then he like dusts himself off and he walks out and he's like, "Yeah, I'm the man." Then Tig and Bobby appear in bikes with a fan not far behind them. Hassack hangs his head at the window and he's like, "You Chucky?" And he's like, "Yeah, jump in." Chucky jumps in, sits in between Clay and Jackson. He's like, thanks guys, I'm you know how
happy I am.
I appreciate this. And he shakes hands with Jax, shakes hands with Clay. Clay gives him an awkward handshake, but then things get a lot more awkward because as soon as his hand leaves Clay's hand, it goes straight into his pants. And he starts masturbating, and Clay's got like sunglasses on, and Clay just fucking looks at him, and you don't really see what his eyes is saying, but just his facial expression, like it was great. It was like, what the fuck have we just picked up here?
What's brilliant about this though? It's like it's awkward. This scene is. Imagine the ride back to Tellamorrow. Silence. Blacked out fan in the back, and it's just him.
You think Clay didn't say anything on the way back? I mean,
you're kind of alluded to that. Clay kind of keeps silent on the matter till he.
I suppose.
The hand on the dick. What's the deal, brother? But anyway, we've got Jax and the gang arriving at the fundraiser. Then Kyle Hobart arrives.
Jax and the gang.
Jax and the gang. Wait, what do you want me to say? Jax
and the club.
They don't.
Jax and his brothers.
They're a motorcycle gang. They're a wee club. They're no murderers, mate.
No, I get. They've never referred to themselves as a gang.
The gang to me, right? They're the fucking guys. You got a problem?
They're a bunch of Harley enthusiasts, alright?
That's it. But I tell you what, Opie's no happy to see Kyle here. Because for some reason, Opie locks eyes with him for about 3 seconds and realises, oh fuck, his life's a million times better than mine. Opie just, what is it Tig says in a few episodes' time? Opie's been a real miserable prick since he got out. See, throughout the whole show, is Opie not like a miserable prick?
He is, I
know his wife got killed, but no one liked him, including him, so I don't. And his dad ate the piss, so. And his mom's absolute shite.
He was miserable before his wife died, like.
He was, like, but. Brilliant. Then Jax confronts Kyle here. And I mentioned at the time, it's like, see when Jax has this haircut, you're not really convinced that he could really intimidate Kyle here, are you?
No, you feel like Kyle could kind of just batter him.
Aye.
Listen, Jax, I'll tell you it today. Then Jax goes home crying to Gemma. I mean, that's what you kind of feel like would happen here.
God, but he brings up this whole thing that he's got stolen parts and,
he wants to bring it to the club.
But, I mean, obviously, no wonder Jax is going to bury him for this.
But this is disrespectful, right? I mean, the club have allowed him to come and see his kid. I was very nice to the club. I mean, 99 times out of 100,
very nice to the gang, wasn't it?
That would probably never... Go back to Scotland, mate, right? You're fucking pish. Anyway, 99% out of 100, right? That would never happen. But it's allowed them to happen this time. But I think, you see, there's multiple things during this episode that... Like, I'm not saying, right, spoiler here, I'm not saying Kyle deserves maybe what happens to him, but you just get... There's, like, multiple, like, signs and hints throughout this episode. He doesn't really give a shit about his son's band playing.
Oh, absolutely.
He's literally just here to try and maybe make some money and get back in the club's good books. So anyway, yeah, he does say to Jax, look, I've got some stolen stuff here that I wanted to bring to you, and we could maybe make money off this together. Jax is like furious, pins him up against the wall. He says, that's done, you're at the club, you're here to see your kid, blah, blah, blah. Then we have Gemma looking over. So Jax has to back off. But again, yeah, I mean, I think it just doesn't make any sense. Knowing what we know, like 10 minutes later in this episode, like, shouldn't this guy be avoiding the club members rather than putting himself out there and possibly allowing something to happen?
He should be, but I think he must just have been. He was like, as he says later on, he says he misses the patch. He felt respected, and yeah, also he's trying to make money. That's what it came across to me, and he didn't give two flying bananas about his son's band. But well,
in fairness, his son's band were shit. So I mean, it
was a good ending song, like.
But they weren't singing it.
I know. They were singing it, but
it was shite when they were doing it, and then when the real song came out, it was like, 18, down, 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 down. But when they were singing it, it was more like, 18, down, 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 down. You know, it was like, fucking. See those fucking.
Oh, aye, but he's playing the egg toss. Kyle's playing the egg toss. We've got Jax and Opie watching a bunch of kids play the egg toss, but they're kind of keeping an eye on Kyle.
Opie wants to play the egg toss with his fat daughter, but
she had the eggs of that bastard.
She's just any like sort of athletic or like sporting contest, she just isn't up for it. It's like, Opie's kids depress me. Opie's family shite, actually, come to think of it. Well, 2 really depressing kids. His mother's a big fat bitch. His father's a big piss stain. His wife is so fucking depressing, can't cook, can't even afford to buy her messages without her card declining. Her checks fucking bounce quicker than a rubber ball off
the lead pipe off of his skull.
And it's like, I mean, no wonder this guy's a miserable prick.
It's not fucking good for him.
No.
But things are about to get a bit better because they spot the tattoo.
The only good thing for Opie is when the club get paid out money, and even then he doesn't get an envelope. But he's only half in. It's like,
I know, it makes him seem like he's getting an envelope. I will just throw his 5%, brother.
The only envelope he gets is the one that guy cracked up Jeremy Kyle's head.
That's it. Lead pipe. But they spot the tattoo on Kyle's back. You see your brother as Opie like smokes a cigarette like so aggressively.
Oh, I see.
He's like fucking, it's almost swallowing the cigarette.
At the end of the day, it's a tattoo, like, and I get it, right? He has to get it removed, but fuck me, they made it as if he just killed a club member.
Like, is not what he did to Opie not far worse than this?
Yeah.
I think it's a mixture of the two, but leads to what happens later on. But
so Kyle then goes in to help his son. Like, he's in like the gym. He goes to help him carry out his like music equipment, accessories, like the fucking guitar and shit. Opie comes in, tells his son kind of nicely to get out. Oh well, Kyle does, but Opie kind of stands there and opens the door and he's like, "Yo, leave." Then Kyle's like, so I wanted to come and see you, Opie, but I didn't think it'd be right, taking away time from Donna and the kids, and then Opie
that line there.
Yeah, that's just not something you would say.
You getting 5 years rammed up his arse took away that.
Yeah, and like, let's say that was legit the way he felt, right? I don't think you would word it like that at all. I think you would just say, look, I wanted to come and see you, but I had a feeling that I was the last person you wanted to.
Yeah, like the way he words it, it's almost like he wants a reaction. And you would not say it
and
like
secondly,
that.
I doubt the way the kind of person that Kyle is. He just doesn't. I don't think he was sitting there thinking about Opie or feeling bad.
He was
about
thinking,
Opie.
"Thank fuck, I'm not doing a 5-year stretch." That's exactly what he was thinking.
All right,
pretty much it to a T, and then Opie right hook. No, what I don't like about this. It's almost like this fight went 50-50. Should Opie not be battering this guy?
Yeah, I don't understand this because like Opie punches him and Kyle goes down, and Opie gets on top of him and continues to wail away at him. But then, like, it cuts. I guess we come back for a break. Jax walks in. Then it shows you both Opie and Kyle, like, getting towels and, like, dabbing up their blood and stuff. And it's like, when we last seen it, Opie was on top of him, wailing away. How the fuck did Kyle get back up and start?
Maybe there was an element Opie was battering him. He's like, well, fuck this. Give me your best shot, Kyle, you bastard. And then he did. And then Opie punched him back. Maybe that's me clutching at straws, But
maybe it was rounds or something, and somebody was like, that's it, Opie, round one's over, get off him.
But just before Jax walked in, he was speaking to Donna, right? And he noticed that, what's her son called?
Harry.
Harry. Oh, Harry knows he's wearing a gun. Joking
Yes.
because it's a water gun. He's like 8, so he obviously he's not carrying a fucking M60. And then Donna looks at him with this look of
Disgust.
and it's like, see if Jax just fucking took that fork that he stuck in that triad guy's head and stuck it in her head.
Would that have been justified?
I think so. I think it would have been like, and then he's basically giving Donna the whole thing about Opie can't live half in, half out, and then she's like,
Well, I want him out.
I want him out. Your mom already gave me this speech.
You know, Kyle, that Kyle guy got out. Then Jax has to explain it. Yeah, he got out because he was kicked out. He's the reason Opie spent 5 years in prison. Donna's like, oh, I didn't know. And then Jax is like, yeah, that's because Opie's not a rat. I mean, if Opie did explain to Donna, that doesn't really make him a rat, does it? It would make him a rat if he went to the police. Is Opie not entitled to tell his wife why he's in jail?
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I know.
Or is that club business?
It's club business, like, but at the same time, I do feel like it's probably.
Fucking Gemma would know about it.
I think the way Donna feels about the club, I don't think you can really trust telling her anything.
True. That's fair, true, actually.
But then again, if you can't really trust her telling her anything.
How can you be with her?
Exactly. I don't understand why Opie is.
You'd have to kind of choose between your wife or the club. Doesn't make sense. She's not a good old lady, is she?
No, she's not. Like, yeah, it's here. It's like, I mean, as much as you can say you can feel sorry for Donna, her whole gimmick with Opie's almost like fucking led to everything turning into a disaster. Right on the money, Jax, though. Can't live, half in, half out. But then, we'll cut back to the wee fight here. After it, Jax comes in. And then when Jax brings up the whole thing about the stolen parts, Opie says, well, what about your kid, Cat? Oh, fuck the kid, man. I can watch his band another time. And I think, I'm not saying this is the scene that makes them do it the day later on, but see when he says that, Jax and Opie look at each other like, nah, fuck, this guy's locked in now. Not that if he said, I'm going to watch my kid's band, they wouldn't have burnt his back. Spoiler alert, but do you think that led...
Well, he might not have. Might not have had an opportunity to.
No, that's a valid point, actually. But Kyle's like, yeah, sure, I'll watch him play another time. Anyway, back at the clubhouse, let's see some MVP action. We've got Chucky, we've got Piney, Half-Sack, and Clay. It's a weird 4-man combo, but it's a 4-man combo that works, brother. Because, god damn it. Basically, we get Clay and, well, Half-Sack sitting down. We've got Piney sitting down, just staring at Chucky, even before he sticks his hands in his pants. So what the fuck was Piney's problem with him?
Just don't like him.
No, he doesn't. He's looking at him. He's fixing
Penny doesn't like anybody.
He's fixing the wee oxygen tank, getting them deep into his nose so he can smell oxygen, not the smell of stale pish. And then, as Chucky's explaining the story to Clay about the whole thing with Otto, his hand's just getting deeper in there, and he's like, the hand on the dick. What's the deal? It's just fucking brilliant, isn't it? Veron Perlman.
It's fucking great. The guy's brilliant.
It is, and then Chucky explains he's got CMD, compulsive masturbation disorder, and then Clay and Piney just stare at each other for like a good 10 seconds of awkwardness. It's probably the only thing Clay and Piney share in common here. We laugh here. Piney's like, I had that, then I turned 13. He's like the only guy to pop at the joke, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, it kind of was a bit funny, but then when no one else laughed, it was like, not really.
And then, what was it, Chucky says it's very common, and Piney fucking laughs even more, and it's like... Alrighty, and then as Clay's doing a prospect job, what's he doing here? He's collecting keys for the Plum Volvo. What's going on? Why is he doing a prospect job? Just must be Half-Sack. But no, I'll tell you what Half-Sack.
Half-Sack was fucking too busy
finding the non-scratchy toilet paper.
Unblocking the shite from Penny's big fat ass.
Chucky then proceeds to come in. He asks where's Clay. Well, what is Chucky actually going to ask Clay for here?
I don't know. I just want to speak to Clay.
The other two are busy wiping each other's arses.
Just go sit in the clubhouse and masturbate while you come into the fucking the office, like.
Yeah, I know, this was weird, and as she's sitting there, Chucky then like sticks his hands down his pants again. It's like, I know he's got a compulsive master.
And by the way, when you mean who's she? It was someone who was there to pick up a car.
Aye.
Well.
I know he's got this disorder, right? But can he not at least attempt to hide it? Like, if he knows he's going to do this here, do you not think the best move is to like go into the next room where Clay actually is?
What? He's obviously he's not had it before. Why the fuck would he hide it now?
Well, alright, that's actually, you know what, that's a valid point. That's a very valid point.
Right, what I thought was weird, this woman's obviously came to tell her model to get her car fixed or whatever. Don't know what was wrong with it, but like I highly doubt she is someone from like outside Charmin. who's came to Charming and visited Taylor Morrow's. So therefore, I would have to assume she knows about the club and stuff like this. But when Clay's trying to like find her keys and find the paperwork, it's almost like she's giving him attitude. And it's like, well, like, why the fuck would you do that? I just didn't get it. Like, I mean, surely you'd be more respectful. And you'd see the president of the club there, and you'd be like, "Oh, sorry, Clay, you take as long as you need
I know.
To find that paperwork."
Surprised Clay didn't whip out a shotgun and fucking sure.
Yep.
Plum Volvo? Hell no, man. But yeah, this prompts Clay to go in ballistic. He basically says, "I'm done with the hand puppet show, Chuck. We need to go get the Chinese." And then this proceeds to everyone getting the phone call, which Gemma's very pissed about. And then they go...
he said, Chucky's like, totally moves things over the line. Or Chucky goes, everyone's going to be there, and Clay's like, yeah, everybody but us is there. Let's go.
I know it's the delivery for Ron Perlman. Like, I feel like Bishop could have delivered that, and it would have been flattered, and Coke has been left out of the fridge for 2 hours.
It would have been flatter than a pancake that fucking Penny had been sitting on for 2 hours.
With his big fat ass. And again, we get another great scene with Chucky. We go into the Lynn restaurant. Masturbator.
Oh, you masturbator!
Oh, hello, Chucky, jerk off, man.
Chucky man. Ho ho. Hey.
Chucky then explains that he put it up in the vent and then they plastered it, and then as they bring it down, Jax opens it, and then Chucky explains it, and then Clay's like, I accept that. It's almost like they couldn't believe that Chucky was right.
Yeah.
They almost thought this guy was just fucking...
some delusional fucking masturbator.
And maybe you wouldn't have been wrong, but the friends in the Beamer then show up as SAMCRO are trying to escape here. They can't quite. They're getting sprayed up. We've got Clay and Clay and Jax in the front seat taking all the bullets here. What the fuck's going on?
Get that prospect in here now.
It's like
Clay's in the back.
He was in the front seat with Jax.
So he just jumps into the back while Jax is fucking driving?
He does. He falls in because he reverses, and then that's when he opens the bag, and then he sees that the plate's counterfeit. He's like, this is plates for a 20. And then he's like, I thought you could spend it. And then he gets fucking decked. Brilliant.
It looked like real money to me.
I know it did. But it ain't real money. So
then Clay opens the door, hangs the duffel bag out.
It was like such a cool scene. He just throws it over the door.
Where's Lynn? I want to make a deal. Lynn comes. We get the introduction of Henry Lynn. Clay's like, look, I think we've both been messed around here. You want your plates, and we need real money. So Clay gives him one of the plates. Henry Lynn's like, where's the other one? Clay's like, it's in the truck. Henry Lynn's like, I'll give you 10. Clay's like, 100. Lynn's like, 30. And Clay goes, 60. And we'll throw in a special friend, and that friend...
the grand prize.
Is the masturbator, Chucky. So the club pulled Chucky. Chucky's like, no, come on, man, I didn't accept it. It's me and Otto. We had a deal. I had a deal with Big Otto. Clay doesn't seem to care about this big deal. Then Henry Lynn gives Clay, like, a packet with the 60 grand in it, but Clay doesn't even check it. He kind of just, like, sniffs the packet and goes... pleasure doing business with you, Lynn. Then walks off while they hand over Chucky. But it's like, the fact that Lynn is like printing and making this counterfeit money, shouldn't Clay have checked it to see that it's actually real bills?
He definitely should have. And the fact, like, why would he just have 60 grand like that? Like within like a click of a finger?
Yeah, like, I just thought it was weird. Like, especially with the fact that there's plates there and Lynn's printing money. Shouldn't Clay have been
and also, like he just, like... how did it go from 10 grand to 100 grand? Like, that is such a difference. Like, I mean, we're talking 90 grand.
Literally 2 minutes ago, they're fucking firing bullets at each other.
10 grand, 100 grand, boom.
And then next minute, Lynn's handing over money.
Yeah, like, I mean, how can Lynn's first offer be 10 grand, but they made it 60 with Chucky?
Yeah, if anything, it should be more like 40 with Chucky.
Yeah. Not that Chucky's worth 60 grand, but I don't...
Well, hold on here. I mean, essentially... Clay wants 100 grand off Lynn for fuck all. I mean, he broke into Lynn's establishment.
Realistically.
And stole, basically, for Lynn's establishment. And Lynn is paying Clay money for something that the Sons just stole from his restaurant. Crazy.
But maybe Lynn looks at the way I can just print this money, so it's not actually... But yeah, like, realistically, it should have been... But the Sons get to live, they keep Chucky, but they get hee-haw.
I don't get it. Like, because if Lynn's happy with the money, if the money's good enough, if the counterfeit money's good enough for Lynn, why is it not good enough for the club?
I don't know, because I guess the Chinese, they can launder it more better than the club. The club want it.
Or is it because the club are giving it to the Irish and it needs to be real?
Yeah, but it's also maybe the fact with the club, it seems like they don't do anything other than guns. They seem to have a problem with drugs, so maybe counterfeit money's also a line they wouldn't cross.
Or maybe it's because they're giving it to the Irish. They can't give the Irish fake money.
Maybe it is that.
Maybe that, whereas Lynn's dealing with people he doesn't give a shit about.
Could be that.
Whereas maybe they have a close connection with the Irish, so they can't really give the Irish fake money.
I've been dealing guns for over a decade, Michael. Dunglow. Actually, that's another thing. See on the barrels, it actually did say Dunglow. Maybe it's just a fictional place they created, guys, but that might be a fid for another day. But the club returned to the clubhouse. We've got Opie and Kyle drinking whiskey. Kyle sticks the hand out for a handshake for Clay. Clay
just ignores him. Fucking great. I love Ron. I love Perm.
He grabs the beer and he's like, "Fuck you." And then no one. What is Kyle expecting here?
I mean, what does Kyle not even think it's a bit? The guy's a bit dumb, I think, for just sitting in the clubhouse and expecting everything he's done in the past to be okay. Like, I would have clicked on. Like, I mean, why are they allowing me here? I mean, did you not realize it was a trap? They were luring him.
Yeah, it's just so stupid from like, but I guess once he's agreed to do this deal, they're hardly going to do the deal at the fundraiser, and the clubhouse is probably the only other place where it would make sense. He's just dug himself a hole, a needless hole. The remarks he makes, I mean, he's dug the hole himself, and then Bobby goes on about who got a knucklehead, and then he like marks out this knucklehead. Like
I think he's the fucking knucklehead for believing this.
No, he is the knucklehead, man. He marks out like a kid on Christmas morning, man, going, "Oh, knucklehead," starts rubbing his fucking hands like he's panning a piece of cake, man. It's like, what's going on? And then he goes into the garage and you kind of quickly see here that...
Where's the knucklehead, guys?
I know, it's sad, isn't it?
Yeah. You got betrayed.
It's like Chris Jericho saying, "Why is my name on this list?" He's like, "Where's the knucklehead?" And then... fire and knife, and then he quickly kind of realizes that, oh fuck, shit's about to hit the fan.
First they take his shirt. They say take the shirt off. Doesn't want to take it off. He's saying, "Jax, come on."
Why is he pleading with Jax though?
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to tell the whole story here.
Jax, come on, man. And then Jax doesn't even say anything. And he's like, "Take it off." And then he's like, "Jax, come on." Fire and knife, Kyle. Jax, come on. Every time. Chris, come on. What would you have done? Fire or knife?
I think fire gets it over quicker, doesn't it? I mean, either way, you're going to be like fucking scarred. Like, it's not great. I mean, fire probably does hurt more, but I mean, Kyle does pass it with the fire, whereas I believe with knife, would you have passed it? I mean, a knife would have been just slow as fuck, I think. Like literally just cutting bits here.
Like see when you say knife, are they just gonna slice it till it's not visible, or are they literally gonna be cutting like fucking like,
no, I assumed
like said shapes? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
no, I assumed it'd be like Saw, like they're cutting like just fucking bits of flesh off the guy.
I definitely would have rather fire. I don't even want to think about it, to be honest. I think it's fucking brutal what they did, but
you thought it was deserved. I think it was. I thought it was too far.
I think it was deserved.
Well, that's right, and I don't. But
it's like fucking club. You got to follow the rules.
I know, but I just think it's a bit harsh. But yeah.
Well, it's a bit harsh. Gemma then talks to April Hobart, and then she's like, "I'll go find out where wee Kyle is. I'm sure he's having a wee BLT Tesco meal deal with the club round the back alley." Then Opie explains what's going on. She goes, "I think you should go to St. Thomas." And then we cut back, and his skin's being absolutely burnt, man. It's like when you look in the oven, you see the bacon, like when the bacon's bubbling. That's what it was like, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't good.
The Reaper's out. Tig's loving life, spraying it. Piney's fixing his wee oxygen tank.
And then it's like, then Kel's passed out, and he's like just fucking obviously being held up by the restraints, and his back's still burning. Like, I mean,
yeah, it's like a red. Like I've been burnt before by a Bunsen burner for a couple of seconds, and that fucking hurt. I don't even want to think about what this is. I mean, and it's like he's on the deck, sparked out, and it's like a reddy black. It's like what lava looks like.
See, when he wakes up in hospital, like, is he going to be lying on his back in a hospital bed?
No, because it would stick. No, his back looked like it was like that saw trap with Chester Bennington, wasn't it? When the glue's on his back.
I think this was too far, man. Why didn't they give him Why didn't they give him like a beatdown and then like just blacking out the ink?
Because he should have got the ink already blacked out.
Oh, I get that. Like, no, shit. I just think this was a bit fucking cruel. I think this was a bit extreme. Like.
But there's rules. And he didn't follow them.
That's alright.
Well, hold on, right? He jobbed out Opie.
Never said he didn't.
This is it's a club. What do you think this is? A nursery? They fucking...
Alright, hard ass, okay, right, it's a club.
Why isn't this justified?
I think it's a bit fucking extreme.
Alright, well, okay. What would you have done? If you're Clay, you're president, you've got the sunglasses on. What would you have done? What would you have done, big man?
I don't know if I would have done that.
Would you have shown the knucklehead and fucking sent him on his way?
Take the knucklehead and go, don't come back.
What would you actually have done then?
I mean, probably would have just blacked it. And says, like, you ever show your face around here again?
That's weak, that's fucking weak, man. You'd have been fucking stripped to your patch. You'd have been blacked out for that, man.
Anyway, by the way, we still don't get Chibs. He's still dealing with McKeevy.
He's still up north for the Irish. And the episode ends as Kyle is, like, dropped outside of the hospital. We've got Half-Sack brushing, like, the burnt bits of skin off the fucking floor. And then we've Jax looking from afar while reading the book, and the episode ends with the song 18 degree burns.
How can fucking Jax like be reading his dad's book and trying to be a noble guy, and he's just watched someone's back just burn alive? I don't know, not for me.
But see, I think that's where Jax is hypocritical. I feel like he's fine with this because it's to do with Opie. You don't think so?
Fucking Jax. Hold on, Jax tried to spare the pedo. Yeah. No. Clay, don't. Clay, no.
Like, I don't think Kyle's that bad of a guy. I think the situation with Opie, he must have just panicked and drove off. You know, he didn't want himself arrested, which I think it's a shitebag move.
Yeah, it's a shitebag move.
But let's be real, what Juice does in a few seasons, I mean, there's countless people on the show that do far worse stuff.
Yeah, and people were kept in it for...
You know, he didn't rat, he jobbed it.
Juice wasn't in this episode either.
He was he not?
No. I don't remember.
God damn, Juice wasn't he in this episode?
Weird.
That is weird. Juice and Chibs, what the fuck are they doing?
Well, we know where Chibs is. Chibs is...
Maybe Juice is up there, giving that Puerto Rican magic, but we have to rate it out of 10. And what you gain it, I'm going to give this episode...
You know what? I did like the debut of Chucky, but I'm going to give it a 7.
I'm going to give it an 8. I feel like it's a very good ending. I feel like for an episode that's not very story-centered, it's kind of like stagnant in that regard. It's probably as good as you could get without actual story advancing.
It
went into the Opie backstory. It gave you the introduction of Lynn, the triads, Otto, and Chucky. Some great lines. I felt it was really good.
I'm not saying a lot of season 1's filler, but it does feel like a lot of stuff's happening that doesn't really need to happen.
Yeah, I know, but it's the first season. Like I'd say for Sons, the first 6 episodes are like very standalone. They're getting you used to the characters, and then after that,
I totally agree with that.
But they've got to do that. They can't. But there still is a story in play. The story in play here is that Jax is questioning the club, and that the club's having to deal with the IRA money, and that bleeds throughout the first season.
True, I get that. See, that's why I don't like it with Supernatural. I think Supernatural is pretty much standalone episodes. Now, I know there is supposed to be a story, but, I think overall in Supernatural, it's you could just watch one episode, miss the next, you ain't missing nothing.
And I hate shows. That's not shows. Yeah, it's like Supernatural's like a Friends.
Yeah.
You just put it on at any point.
I don't like that.
No, I don't like that either, but Sons is great, so we're giving it a 7.5 out of 10, guys. Making himself a 3-time quote of the episode champion, it's Clay Morrow, it's Ron Perlman.
Well, he is the president, and he's leading by example here by conquering the quote of the episode once again, 3 times in the opening 5 episodes. And it is when he turns around to Chucky. I mean, I think he just gets sick of seeing Chucky masturbate, sick of pulling on it. He's like, Chucky, the hand on the dick. What's the deal?
It's the delivery, man.
It is. I mean, Piney could have said the exact same fucking quote, word for word, and it would have sounded pish. But
Yeah.
the Clay says it just sounds great.
It was like, see the whole reason why they got Ron Perlman for the dark comedy aspect? This is it.
Like, you imagine that Glenn Scott get. I'm not joking, right? I think. I'm not saying it would have been crap, but I think it'd be hard to imagine Sons of Anarchy without Ron Perlman. On a serious note, I think it'd be very hard to imagine.
Yeah.
I actually can't.
I just can't imagine Tig with Clay. I can't imagine Clay when Bobby jobs him out in all these faults when he goes with Jax. Just Glenn Scott's reaction. It needed to be Ron.
Like, I think
The show I think the show without Ron Perlman goes for like a 10 to a 7.
I think there's a lot of. I mean, even there's a lot of characters I like, but I think there's a lot of characters that you could take out the show and you wouldn't know. I would say arguably Clay is the character that would.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Now, Jackson's an important character, and I think Charlie Hunnam does a good job. But I think it's more. I think
he does a good job, mate. He good. He does a 6 out of 10.
No, I think Ron Perlman does a better job of Clay than Charlie Hunnam does of Jax. I think there's more people that could play Jax to a similar level that Charlie Hunnam did. Then I don't think there's many people out there that could pull off the performance Ron Perlman did with Clay.
I do get that point, but at the same time, I mean, whose actors have? I mean, could Stallone not have pulled off fucking Clay? Like, I mean, I like Ron Perlman, although questionable decisions otherwise. But
I don't think Stallone's got that kind of natural, like, just not charisma, but Clay's just funny, man. He is.
I think Bruce Willis could have.
I think Bruce Willis could have done a good job as Clay.
Aye, could have. But I get you. Ron Perlman's the man, but he's no enough of the man to make MVP of the episode, is he? He almost got it.
He almost got it.
Chucky came in with his masturbating Hoover and hoovered it off him. He went. His line, his response to the hand on the dick. What's the deal? The deal is I'm MVP, mate. And you're fucking pish.
That's all you need to know. That's the deal.
Montel's and Serious Porter. 1, 2. I hear the clock ticking. 1, 2. Chucky's the man. Take it away. Why is he MVP?
I accept that.
I'll tell you why he's MVP, because it's the only fucking opportunity he's going to get an MVP. Alright?
No, come on. For a debut character to come in and be as funny and steal the show like Chucky did, it was fucking great.
Of course, MVP does stand for Most Valuable Piney, because Piney is the greatest character of all time.
It really doesn't, but...
Think Piney will win it?
No.
Episode off the top of your head where Piney could win it.
Yeah, it's, nigga. Old fat bastard, say nigga one more time. That deal off the table. Maybe.
Gangster issue for you. Rolls in the charm.
Yeah, can we put that? Can that be the quote? nigga. that has to be. Fuck me, I'm not got a better one than that.
It might be. It
But
might be.
then again, fucking Tyler's reply, or this time, no, it's not. It's not Tyler. Leroy is reply. Old fat bastard says, nigga. What? That's so fucking great. I don't know, man. It's hard. I think we need top 5 quotes of the episode. Fuck this. One quote's not enough. But anyway, there you go. Chucky, MVP of giving back. And that is it. There you go, guys. That is Morrow Mondays. Tune in 9 p.m. tomorrow for Taylor Tuesdays. It will be Season 1, Episode 6. I believe it is called...
AK-51.
That's the one I was looking for. Not AK-47,
No,
no?
AK-51.
Sounds a bit pish.
I don't know why it's called AK-51. Maybe it's like a modified...
Maybe they couldn't count.
Maybe.
Had it 4 on by accident.
Maybe that's why, guys. But you have to check out Episode 6. Taylor Tuesdays, 9 p.m.
And I promise you, I'll be a better review than this one.
This one was great. So the next one's going to be fantastic. Till then, peace.